What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay, and today we got a lot to talk about. We got the election night tomorrow night, and we got a whole lot of uncertainty in the market right now. So we're going to talk about a couple different things. Where's the S&P at? Are we going to dip back down on March lows and get a double dip scenario? What happens if Biden wins? What happens if Trump wins? We're going to talk about some good stuff here in this video. So let's get right into it. Let's check out the charts. So over here, we're looking at the S&P 500. I like looking at the futures just to get a bigger picture of where the market's at overall. And this is just a weekly chart. So we can see this was the coronavirus dip that was pretty darn massive and pretty much took out years worth of gains in about 4 weeks. And then we have since recovered all of that. So it's like it never happened, right? But the weekly chart, where are we at? We're pretty much just sitting at these highs around 3,400. Well, we're a little under 3,400. We're at 3,300. Before the coronavirus crash, we were at 3,400, making our way higher. So we're kind of 100 points off of that recent high over there. But I mean, I don't think we're gonna get another March dip like down to 2,100. I don't think that's gonna happen here because now we have a different scenario. The Fed has said to us time and time again that they have this tool belt full of cash and liquidity, and they will push it into the markets, and they will do whatever they have to do, they said, in order to keep these markets alive. So I don't really think we're going to get that double dip down to 2170s like where we were at in March. I don't think that's going to happen. But, it's 2020. We don't want to rule anything out. I just don't see that as a likely scenario, no matter who wins the election. If Trump wins or if Biden wins, I don't think we're crashing down to 2,100, back to 2,100. Because if we look at the history and, what kind of president and the markets, so if we had a Democrat or a Republican, what happened to the markets? The markets always went up 40, 50% on those, the 4 years that they had. So no matter who wins, it's just going to take time, Time will tell, and the markets are just going to keep going up, no matter who wins. There might be a little dip, but after that, after all the uncertainties out of the air, as volatility drops, the markets are just going to come back. So that's what I'm thinking, at least. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? Nobody knows. That's just what I think. I don't really think it matters, Trump or Biden, who wins. I don't think it's going to cause a significant crash back down to 2,100. I could be completely wrong, but let's hope not, right? But that's where the markets are currently at. So we're still at these 3,300. We're at these highs pretty much. Markets have gone nowhere the past few weeks or even months, we could say. If we look on the right, this is a daily chart. S&P's been in this range up here. Let me just draw this out for you. S&P's been in this range for about 2 months now. So September, October were pretty much a whole lot of nothing. Just, uncertainty. Market's not going up, market's not going down, just going sideways. And now we're at the point where we're going to get some clarity. We're going to know who's going to win the election, or are we? I don't even know if we're going to know tomorrow. But that's going to play a decent role on what's going to happen for the shorter term. Like I said, if you look at history over time, no matter if it was a Democrat or a Republican, the markets went up in their four years in their term. So, I don't really think it's going to have a major impact on the stock market. Obviously, there's a lot of talks about Biden. If he wins, the market's going to crash, everything's going to go to shit. Or, if Trump wins, we're just going to see a rally. But that's all hype and news and nonsense. We just got to look at history and see what's happened over the years. Obviously, it's, a new day and age. Anything could happen in 2020. But that's just, looking at the past and what happens. But what do I think is going to happen the rest of the week? So tomorrow might get a little crazy. The S&P has really not done much to either side, so it's kind of hard to judge. We're kind of sitting at lows all of last week. Today we kind of rebounded a bit. So if I change this to a daily, change this to a 30-minute, we could see what happened intraday. Pretty much nothing today. I mean, we gapped up overnight, right? So yesterday markets open, overnight session traded higher, and then we kind of just sold off in the afternoon, kind of rebounded. So a whole lot of nothing really on the futures in the markets overall. And yeah, so what's going to happen maybe tomorrow if we know who wins, then I don't really know. I do think we're going to not crash. I don't want to say crash and fearmonger. I do think we're going to get some more sales on some bigger names like Tesla, Facebook, Apple, Amazon. Those have been, in a little downtrend. I do think on the futures, on the S&P, we might get one of those little quick dips down to 3,200, and that might be it. That might be the dip buy, somewhere in between 3,100 and 3,200. I know that's a big move from here, but with all the volatility, that's a likely scenario. That could happen. And that's another thing. With all of this uncertainty, we could check the VIX, and the VIX has been pretty high, $40. Now, once we find out who wins, and that uncertainty of, who's going to be the next president for 4 years, once that uncertainty is gone, the VIX is going to come crashing down. The markets are going to be, back to normal, not moving massively in each direction. So that's another thing. Keep an eye out for. Once that uncertainty falls down, the VIX is going down with it. So that's something to keep an eye on, the VIX. And yeah, that's pretty much what I think is going to happen towards the end of the week. We're going to see the VIX come down, the volatility is going to come down, and then we're going to be able to have a better idea of where the market's going to go, because we're not going to get that violent chop and crazy volatility like we've seen. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen at the end of the week. Markets might cool down a bit. Again, it's probably going to get hectic tomorrow, maybe Wednesday too, and then Thursday, Friday, we kind of scoop up. What am I trying to say here? Everybody's chasing the market right now. Early this week, chasing. They're going to be getting crushed, and then we'll just come in for a cleanup job Thursday and Friday, and see where the markets are at then. That's my plan. I haven't touched anything today, Monday, but yeah. That's the answer to my last question. Am I getting into any day trades before the election? No, I am not. I'm going to wait until the dust settles, until the uncertainty is more certain, if that makes sense. And yeah, just play it like that. I'm not in a rush to get into any trades. So that's my outlook right now. Some stocks I would love to buy for the long term if we do get another little dip. Tesla, I would like to buy Tesla under 390. Probably this 359 level, 360-ish would be a good buy for me, because I do think Tesla is a great stock for long term. Apple would be a great buy under 100 if it could get down there. I would definitely dip my toes into that for long term. And then one of my favorite long term buys is going to be gold. So this is a gold stock. It's an ETF. So if we want to see the price of gold, right now it's a little under 1900 if you look at the gold futures. And pretty much what I would do is just buy calls on GLD as a long-term position. Buy calls that expire like next year at some point. But that's my favorite. Those are my favorite positions if we're talking long-term. Obviously, I have two separate accounts. I have a day trading account that I like to, put on some swing trades, some day trades, and then I have a separate long-term account that I don't touch the sell button. The sell button's broken. I just keep buying and buying and buying, and that's stuff that I'll have for 10 or more years from now. So, trying to set myself up for the long term here, because I'm still young. All right, so that's my my rant about where the markets are right now and where I think they're headed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want 2 free stocks, Webull is doing a promotion right now. So if you deposit $100, I put the link down below. If you deposit $100, they're going to give you 2 free stocks. I just got a free stock that was worth 40 bucks for one of you guys signing up. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. But that is not going to last forever. I think they got until like November 14th or something. I don't know the exact date. And then also my options course and stock investing course is down below. Check that out. The prices are actually going to go up tonight. They were supposed to go up yesterday. I forgot to do it. And yeah, those are going up too. You can learn exactly how I'm trading the options market, investing in stocks long term. And you could watch me trade live every single morning and see what I'm looking at for every specific day in my positions, how I go about it. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you are not getting chopped around in these markets. And hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Hit a thumbs up so we could help some more people trade safely in this market ahead of the election. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.